Hello, hello. Today I've got a treat for you all. One of my favorite aspects of the game has to do with the Almanac's calendar. Let me explain. This event is one where you can make big jumps in wealth in the safest possible way, as I will demonstrate to you in this video. Let's get to it. First, we will understand what an Almanac's Ecocraft Day is. Second, we will look at how to locate good ones for your needs. Third, I will show you how I plan mines meticulously. And last, an actual demonstration of how I grew my wealth by over 170 million commas in a few minutes. So let's get to it. First things first, what is an Ecocraft Day? To understand it, we need to know that in the Ankama space-time continuum, also called the Cosmos, there is a place, physical place, called the World of 12 that you can see here in front of you. This is the space component. The time component is a calendar called Almanacs, created by the Zeller god. Every day of the Almanacs, something magical happens. As you can see here by going to the Almanacs tab or pressing X, today the quantity of aspen, holy bamboo, and elm wood harvested by lumberjacks is increased by 200%. This is the magical effect. You can also find this info alongside the entire yearly calendar on the Cosmos website by selecting Dofus here on the left, and you can navigate the months and days of the month. This is if you want to plan ahead. Now then, some days of the almanacs are more special than others. Some make the quality of your crafts get better. The stats are vastly improved during the item creation. Other days, plants respawn faster. Other ones make it so that drago turkeys of a specific kind deliver more babies. And then there is the mechanic of concern to this video, eco-crafts. These are days where a specific profession, or areas as a whole, give you a chance to keep some resources on every craft you make. In a normal day, you combine all the resources that disappear in exchange for an item that appears in your inventory, like for like. During the Ecocraft days, however, you get a chance to save a component of your craft at random. The best Ecocrafts are the 15% ones that also happen in big areas with loads of workshops. Bont and Brack usually. So what happens when you make something during an Ecocraft day? If you make 7 of anything, you are guaranteed to save the entire recipe one time. This is how it's coded because 7 times 15 gives you 105. So that's a 100% chance of keeping one thing. More than 7 then works in multiples of 7. This means every 7 give you a 1 guaranteed. And if there's something above that, they apply a 15% random effect to the recipe. So, how do you find these magical days, if you ask? If you don't have the amazing Smitsky Pro gaming technology in your guild to tell you in advance, and let's face it, you don't, because only one guild does in the whole Cosmos, and it's Mirkwood. Join us. Then you can go to the Cosmos website itself and sift through it day by day. Or you can use this nifty tool developed by Leash, a French YouTuber and all-timer in the game, which lets you filter by type. You get the idea. There's plenty of categories of almanacs, the magical effects we talked about earlier, and you choose which ones you fancy, depending on your needs. Right, so we've answered that question. The next one I'm looking forward to is the 8th of August. So 15% chance of keeping your ingredients if you make anything in the Bonta area. 8th of August, mark your calendar. These are all the jobs that are available where you can make some savings. Right, so now we know what an Ecocraft is and how to find one that works for your needs. How do you go about planning for one though? Let's look at how I do it myself. I rely exclusively on this website, Dofus book. Before we go there, we have to decide what are we going to craft. And the way I answer this question is pretty standard. Every Ecocraft I will run through this checklist you can see here in front of you. The first one is consumable. That's health points, bread and potions. Energy, same. All sorts of teleportation potions like house, guild, paddock, recall. And that's for the consumables. The next one is the runes and trance runes. Given that I do dreams regularly, and I crush items every now and then, I keep the runes as much as I can, so that on days like these, you can combine the smaller runes into bigger ones and still have that saving applied of 15%, which is outstanding. And the other one is the dreams part. When you drop trance runes from chests, if you combine them with a rune to make a trance rune, the savings also apply to those. And let me tell you, some of these runes cost 2.6 mil each, so if you craft 7, then you're pretty much guaranteed 2.6 mil, which is insane. And the last one, which I will get into details about, which is the items one. Let's have a look at it. So, the first two I don't plan in advance. On the day off, I will open the chests where I keep the resources and make what I can and then dump in the guild chest for later use. The items, however, I use dofusbook.net, which I found to be the best out there. So how it works is you create an account so you can save, build and craft lists and be able to share them at the same time. Then you type the name of the item you want, and then you click the little hammer at the bottom here so you can craft it. This has added it to your craft list, and the way you go and see your list is either by clicking this green button right here, go to workshop, or carry on accumulating items. I'll show you how to find it later. Let's remake the set I crafted for a PvP a couple of weeks ago. So because I want the full set, it doesn't pay to go and search item by item. You can sift through it by looking at sets, and then it gives you recommendations here at the bottom. But if you want to search for something, you type the name of it here and then press enter, and it gives you the whole set right here. You can also see the set bonuses here at the bottom depending on how many items you equip. Right, we want to craft it. We press the little hammer at the bottom. Next thing we want to craft is a weapon. Let's say an Archon bow. Craft. And how about shields? They're also under equipment, so we add them to the list as well. And let's say just for a laugh that you want to add just an extra spare item. Now that we've picked all items we need, let's look at the damage. If you're quick enough, you can catch this green bar right here. This green button right here at the bottom, which takes you to the workshop. Otherwise, take it slowly, add all the items you need, and then at the end you go to tools, workshop, and voila. You have all the items you need to craft the items you desire, and you can see them here at the bottom with individual recipes that you can fill. So you take note of the quantities that you need, open your bank or head to the market and fill accordingly. And now, on to the bit you've all been waiting for, an actual demonstration of how I grew my wealth by over 170 million commas in a few minutes. I will also leave you with a live reaction for when the thing happened. Oh, I've got to look for it, it's not... It doesn't show on the recipes. Do you want to sign it? Let's go. Oh, let me check. I don't think I saved it. Whoa! I'm saved it! Oh. It's incredible. It is mad. So, on top of crafting the item on my list, I managed to save this much in resources just for being prepared and knowing about the Ecocraft day. Now, you have everything you need to go out there and print money faster than Jerome Powell. Oh, and one last thing. In the game, as in real life, if someone takes from their precious time to share their knowledge with you and give you a hand to get better, don't forget to show them the gratitude they deserve when you're able to. Thank you very much, Sev. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I'll be looking forward to your brilliant savings on the 8th of August. Peace!